Honorable Dean, Faculty of Fisheries, Dr. Feroz Ahmed Bhatt sir, our esteemed guest of today's event, Director Research and Planning, Professor Dr. Harun Rashid Naik sir, respected guest speakers, heads of division, scientists, scholars, our valuable farmers and participants, a very good morning to all of you. It is with immense pleasure that I extend a warm welcome on behalf of Division of Fish Nutrition and Biochemistry to the inaugural session of the 7-day training program entitled Entrepreneurship in Fish Feed Production, sponsored by MSME Government of India. In the vast world of aquaculture, where innovation and sustainability are paramount, the production of high-quality fish feed plays a pivotal role. To begin with a felicitation ceremony, I would first like to express my sincere gratitude to Professor Harun Rashid Naik sir for his presence today. I request Honorable Dean, Faculty of Fisheries, Dr. Feroz Ahmed Bhatt sir to felicitate Professor Harun Rashid Naik sir with a memento and a bouquet. Thank you, sir. I would now request Head Division of Fish Nutrition and Biochemistry, Dr. Wes Ahmed Asami sir, to felicitate Honorable Dean, Faculty of Fisheries, Dr. Feroz Ahmed Bhatt sir. Thank you, sir. I now request Organizing Scientist of the Training Program, Dr. KAWKABUL to felicitate Dr. Wes Ahmed Asami sir. Thank you, ma'am. I would again request Dr. KAWKABUL to present a bouquet and a memento to our guest speaker, Dr. Smith Linde. Sir is the Head of Aquaculture, College of Excellence, Sandhya University. Thank you, ma'am. I would again request Dr. KAWKABUL to present a felicitation to our guest speaker, Dr. Tinsi Vargasi. Ma'am is not here, so we will proceed. I would request Dr. KAWKABUL to felicitate Mr. Manzoor Ahmed. Sir is the 3rd BFSC graduate, 2 times gold medalist and a successful entrepreneur who has formulated over 100 dry and wet food products. I would Fisheries. Dr. Nahida with a bouquet. Thank you, everyone. In the era where fisheries and aquaculture industry system. Nutrition plays a very important role where feed typically accounts for 50 to 60% of the total variable production cost. Over this training program, we will gain insights into the latest advancements, hands-on experience in feed formulation, and a deep understanding of the nutritional requirements of different fish species. To elaborate more about the training, I request Head Division of Fish Nutrition and Biochemistry, Dr. Wes Ahmed Asami sir, to present a brief overview of the program.
Respected Professor Harun Naik, Director of Project and Planning Monitoring Officer of the University, Professor Feroz Ahmad Bhatt, Dean, Faculty of Fisheries, our guest for today's function, Smith Linde, Head Aquaculture, Kamdenu University, sitting in the front row, our guest, Dr. Nahida, she is Chief Project Officer, Department of Fisheries, heads of the divisions, other faculty members, students, and particularly our farmers and trainees. Assalamu alaikum. At the outset, I would like to thank Ministry of MSME for providing an opportunity to conduct this training program by providing financial assistance. At the same time, I'm grateful to Professor Harun Naik for taking keen interest in getting these training programs to be approved for the university. Now, as far as MSME is concerned, we know that the mandate of MSME is to provide employment opportunities for the marginal farmers who are from rural areas or backward areas, to provide them the financial support to form their own setup as far as agriculture is concerned and other agriculture and allied fields are concerned. Now, keeping in view these the objectives of MSME, the Division of Fish Nutrition has proposed 7 days training program on fish feed production. Sir, in this training program, we impart the training to the farmers. They are graduates, even they are educated, unemployed youth. So in this training program, we are planning to make them aware about fish nutrition, and then they will be given training on how to select different feed ingredients, how to analyze their nutritional profile, then how to formulate feed. That is very important because we have a trout culture going on here. We have a problem in low-cost feed for trout. So how to formulate feed then? Another thing is the manufacturing of feed. In manufacturing of feed, the main focus will be on, since they are farmers, they don't have much exposure about fish nutrition. So our aim is to make them aware about the establishment of fish feed production units. That will be helpful for them because the main aim of MSME is like that, so that they will earn their livelihood. So we will be teaching them how to establish feed mill to formulate feed for trout. Then there will be some field visitors. We have a visit for Mansbal feed mill, so they will have an experience about the fish feed production. We have also invited experts from other states of the country, so they will be definitely benefited by this training program. I hope we will be successful in conducting this training program, and afterwards, after 7 days, we will have a feedback from them whether they are satisfied or not. So we will try our level best. Okay, I'm also thankful to Professor KAWKABUL SABA organizing secretary for conducting this training program. I must compliment her for working hard for this training program. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us about the program. I now request Honorable Dean, Faculty of Fisheries, Dr. Feroz Ahmad Bhatt, sir, to share his words of wisdom.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected Professor Harun Rashid Naik, Director Research, Director Planning, and Nodal Officer MSME Programs, Cast K. Respected Professor Dr. Wes Asmi, Head Division of Fish Nutrition and Biochemistry. Our today's guest of honor, Dr. Sumit Ramesh Linde, Head Center of Excellence in Aquaculture, Kamdenu University, Ukai. Then the coordinator of the program, Dr. KAWKABUL, and our guest is here, Mr. Manzoor Ahmed, who is the, you can say, digital waters of the fisheries professionals of the Kashmir Valley, who is now having his own business at Goa. Then we do have Dr. Nahida, Chief Project Officer, Heads of Divisions of Faculty of Fisheries, Scientists of Faculty of Fisheries, Research Scholars, Officers of the Faculty of Fisheries, and today's dear participants. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me first thank Professor Harun, Rashid Naik Saab, Director of Research and Director of Planning of SUKAST K, for being today with us again for the third this MSME program, Advanced MSME program during the inauguration session. Professor Harun, he is a very busy person. He is holding the various, you can say, charges of the university at present. I thank Professor Harun for accepting our invitation and being with us, sir, today. We feel honored and feel delighted by your presence, sir. I know how it was very difficult to bring him today again here, and yes, he had categorically for this day he had refused to come here, as he had already, you can say, he had already scheduled his program somewhere else. But his commitment towards the, as he is the nodal officer of the MSME program, it is his commitment and his dedication for the better cause of the services the university is providing to the society, and it is in this direction that he has to come here, and he has come and he has shown his will and wit for the success of such programs. I welcome you, sir, for this for your coming here again. I congratulate the Division of Fish Nutrition and Biochemistry of my faculty for coming forward and putting their efforts for the success of, for conducting rather this program, for its good success and for organizing this in a very better way. I also thank the, you can say, authorities of the university. We cannot escape from the reality. It is the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the SUKAST K and also the Director of Research of the Kashmir SUKAST of our university, who have been on and off, you can say, guiding us or supporting us, encouraging us to submit the projects for various funding agencies, for workshops, for seminars, and for it is in that direction that we have been able to get the maximum number of MSME programs this year. I also thank Ministry of Medium, Small and Medium Entrepreneurship for sponsoring these programs, as it is only through these programs that we have been able to, as we have already almost completed 2 MSME programs, and this is the third, and we have one more advanced training program of 7 days coming in the you can say the after, it may be after 15th of December. And we have been able through these MSME programs, 2 programs, that we have almost looped up 2 dozens of the experts, entrepreneurs, businessmen, you can say the very dignified, you can say, researchers from outside the state to our place. And we have persons like Mr. Manoj, who has started his business from, you can say, from few hundred, you can say, thousands, and he is now he has have the turnover of 100 crores this time. So besides that, we have brought so many you can say entrepreneurs who have shown, you can say, very success in their fields. Where reputed scientists have visited to us during these training programs. It was only possible when MSME and the university supported us, MSME funded us, and it was the guidance of the authorities of the university that we have been able to get those programs, and through those programs we have been able to rope out those experts. And the interaction with these experts by our faculty, by our entrepreneurs, by our budding professionals is sure, it is sure that in coming years and coming days it will be helpful for having the linkages, from having the, you can say, liaison for the betterment of the fishery sector in the J&K. We are Today we are here for the, you can see, the 7 days program, which is on entrepreneurship in fish feed production. Yes, we are saying that we are the #1 so far as the trout production is considered. Yes, but still, being the #1 in the country, we are deficient so far as our trout production is considered. We are deficient in our fish production. But from the last, you can say 5-6 years, we have from you can say from 262 tons to we are now producing almost 2,000 tons of trout only. If I say trout only, as it is the only sector, it is the same which has shown that there is a great potential for the revenue generation or livelihood or entrepreneurship. That is the trout farming. But with the advancement or with the almost we have produced almost during the last 5 years 30 times more fish we have produced. And I hope now this trout farming or the farming in Kashmir or Jammu and Kashmir, it is going to take the shape of the industry. In coming days, in coming years, if the growth goes like such an exponential growth is there, and we may, inshallah, we may be able to export our produce also. But the question is, now at this time, we have Chief Project Officer Manasbal here. The government of J&K, 2 years before, so far as the figures are considered, they are importing 800 tons of raw material to provide the feed to the, you can say, our fish farm. Once our, you can say, the growth, we are we may touch 1 lakh tons. How much, you can say, raw material is needed to produce the feed? The question is that we are having for trout farming, we know, well, we get 500 rupees per kg per trout. But the question is how much we are, can say, spending on the feed. It is almost 200 to 250 rupees. Dr. Harun sir, sir, your attention is needed. I direct the research of the university. On and off, we have been asked in our, you can say, research council meeting and extension council meet that we need a low cost feed. Sir, the question is, the question is, sir, we are being asked by the development department that we need, with the farmers, the input cost is more on the feed. It is per kg, the cost of the feed, this fish is 500 rupees, and the cost of the feed is almost 200 to 250 rupees. And they are asking us for the development of low cost feed. Yes, our scientists from the division of F&B, we have tried, and they have used the silicma, they have used the aphalas of the, you can say, the poultry, they have used the lemna, they have used the other, you can say, just as this azola, we have used azola, we have used, and we have appreciable results we have got. But we have done it at research level. But we have to commercialize it. It was the question of the Honorable Vice Chancellor. Why, if we don't have we such ingredient to meet the requirement of the, you can say, the feed industry here, rather fish industry, where we can have, we may make the low cost feed. Sir, if we Bombay silk we don't have in such a quantity. It may be this time almost, it may be 1,200 tons which we are exporting, importing rather from other states. But the question was then raised by the, yes, we have done research, okay, for research, but for commercializing, are we having sufficient raw material to have it on a sustainable way? So that is the question which needs to be pondered. And in that direction, though we have worked on, we have got appreciable results, but for my scientists, this is the idea of research where we can go for having the low cost feed, which is in bulk the ingredients are present within our Kashmir Valley, and we have to do this. Vice Chancellor rightly said that if you are making that, but are we going to? Is it sustainable? Is that quantity available here? The question is no. So we have to look forward whether we may be what kind of you can say ingredients we are using. They should suffice the need of the fisheries industry. Sir, I hope that with this training program, our scientists will be able to discuss all those things, and experts coming from outside, they will be discussing what kind of feed we need to have here, which will be helpful us in reducing the cost or the input cost of the fish. And I hope that this program will be a good for our budding entrepreneurs and professionals, and Yes, with the increase in fish production, there is you can say more chances of entrepreneurship, more business so far as the feed is considered. We may have in coming years we may have the shortage of feed and shortage of seed, not the shortage of the fish. Fish may be present in balance, but takers may be less. But there may be shortage of feed and seed, and we have more entrepreneurship and more job opportunities. So far as the feed industry is concerned. I hope that this, I congratulate again the organizers and hope that this program a great success. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words. I now request Chief Guest of today's event, Professor Harun Rashid Naik, sir, to address the gathering.
Dean Faculty of Fisheries, Dr. Feroz Ahmed Bhatt, our revered guest from the University from the Gujarat, Dr. Simit Ramesh Lende, HOD of the concerned division, Dr. Ovis Ahmed Asmi, Dr. Nahida, Chief Project Officer, Mr. Manzoor Ahmed, the consultant dealing with the aquaculture, the coordinator of this program, Dr. KAWKABUL SABA. At the outset, I congratulate this faculty for securing again the highest number of the advanced programs out of the whole university. And consecutively, I am coming this time for the third advanced management program, which is dealing with the feed. I dealt with the fish production in the earlier program, but I think this should have been the first program, because when there is feed, only there is fish. So, and this is the ingredient which, as Dr. Feroz was saying, that it costs around 200 to 250 rupees. Costly ingredient, the input is costlier. But still 550 or 600 rupees a kg for a protein. That too a protein wherein we get the best omega fatty acids. It's not costlier. Because those who get the heart attack, then they spend lakhs of rupees for one night in a hospital. So if I don't feel that 600 rupees a kg is. I was in Bangladesh. Because they produce more fish than what we produce, I did not find any fish costing less than Indian 1,000 rupees. So that way, even then, our fish is cheaper. Now, coming to this program of fish feed, we don't have only problem in the fish feed, we have also problems with the animal feed. We don't have animal feed also. You have done the research, as Dr. Bhatt was telling me that we have done a lot of research. I too have done. I mean, sometimes I had in my mind when I was doing my work on the post-harvest aspects of the animal-based foods. My mind was that time thinking something about the fish wastes. Fish waste byproducts. I cannot say waste, byproducts. What to do with that? Being a food technologist, I used to think, why not to convert these wastes into fish wafers? which can be. Why it cannot be? Because you need an extruder for that, and this department, this faculty, they should have got the extruder the day you had come here. Because fish processing technology or the fish feed technology for your experimental purposes, you need an extruder. And you have a project this time, you can get an extruder out of that even. Because extrusion is not a new technology, but it is a technology wherein you can exploit any type of ingredient to get the best available vitamins, fatty acids. You simplify that for it, and you try many types of feeds through that for your research work as well as the commercial. As you know, why I am telling you chicken wafers and all these fish wafers, chicken wafers are there already available. If you see the potato chips, like in that packet that contains maximum 15 to 20 grams. And that packet costs 20 rupees. 20 grams, 20 rupees. So 1 gram of potato is 1 rupee. 20 grams is 20 rupees. But if you see, when you go to the fresh, you get the 1 kg of potato for 30 rupees. So from 1 kg of potato, we generally get some 200 grams of the potato chips. So that means we make 10 packets. And 10 packets cost 200 rupees. So you are doing the value addition of that if you use, in this case, already the feed. If you use this this fish byproduct and make something like chips type of a process, wafers, something, wherein you can just qualify with a label that it contains this amount of omega fatty acid. This will be another functional food which people will purchase, because now everybody is having diabetes, the cardiac problems, renal problems, wherein you can clean that through by simply using that, which does not fetch anything out of the fish. As far as the feed is concerned, it's not what was right that silkworm based, if you need suppose 3,000 tons per year fish feed for only the valley, and that 2,000 tons of fish is nothing in the current scenario. I mean, if you have to send 1 ship container a day from the Union Territory, you need at least 60 tons per day. And when you need 60 tons per day, that means your 2,000 tons will finish in 20 days. So after 20 days, for 11 months, you are sitting idle. I mean, we have to think over where to go for a commercialization. The way the Gujarat people, they don't eat fish. 80% of their population they are vegetarian. But they export fish, they export meat, even they export beef. They have the beef industry. That does not mean they don't eat, but they do business. So we are the consumers here also, and but we are not the exporters. We have to think that there is a market. If a vegetarian can find a market for his non-vegetarian trade, why can't a non-vegetarian find a trade for a product which he eats daily? This training program which we are going, I don't know the participants, whether they are the students or you have a mixed group here. Mixed group.
Farmers are here, sir.
Okay. So these farmers, those who are here, they have purposely come in this program they should be given a first-hand training on production of the feed. Municipal is one unit where you are producing the feed. It is this time operational. So they should have a first-hand training. Every farmer, rather, can make a small feed mill at his own farm. And they should be given such a training so that they can make such type of feed which they require at their own farm level. Because since we don't have at present big fish farms, we have very small fish farms here, give them a complete business model after the training. The business model should be that if you produce 1 quintal of feed per day, this is the machinery you require. These are the ingredients you require. This is a business model that if you give an input of 100 rupees, you will get how much of this, what will be the VC ratio there. You should make some 3-4 business models they should get in their hand after this training. And next is that once you complete this training, don't leave these people. इनको ट्रेनिंग खत्म करने के बाद यहाँ का जो फार्मर यहाँ आया है, ट्रेनीज हैं, ये खाली सर्टिफिकेट के लिए नहीं है ये ट्रेनिंग्स। मतलब इस वक्त हम लोग चाहते हैं कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग किसी भी सेक्टर में बिजनेस में आगे आ जाएं। ये खाली मारवाड़ी और गुजरातियों ने ठेका नहीं लिया है, हम भी कर सकते हैं, हमारे पास भी वही दिमाग है, वी कैन आल्सो डू इट। लेकिन हमको जुनून पैदा करना है। आई विल टेल यू व्हाई। देखो मैं आपको बताऊंगा, दुनिया बदल रही है, हम भी बदल रहे हैं। अब जैसे मैं अपने पे स्टार्ट करूंगा। कल जब मैं घर में बैठा था तो आई वाज अलोन, जस्ट क्योंकि मेरा एक बेटा है, ही इज इन यूरोप, बेटी मेरी BBS कर रही है, शी आल्सो सेज कि मुझे तो USMLE का एग्जाम देना है तो मैं तो US चली जाऊंगा, राइट। रहा मैं अकेला। फिर मैंने सोचा, जस्ट इट केम इन माय माइंड, बट इट कैन बी, ये सच भी हो सकता है आगे जाकर। फिर मेरे दिमाग में आया, मैंने कहा ऐसा भी बिजनेस कभी होगा कि कोई आएगा, वो बोलेगा कि भैया ऐसा है, मेरी कंपनी है कि मैं तो कफन दफन भी करता हूँ, अगर कोई मरेगा हमारे साथ रजिस्टर करो, बस हमें फोन आना चाहिए, हम लाश को ले जाएंगे, दबा देंगे। ये भी एक बिजनेस हो सकता है। ऐसा भी आ सकता है कि जिस तरह से हम चल रहे हैं अभी, जिस तरह से फास्ट है, ये हंसने वाली बात नहीं है, दिस इज रियलिटी ऑफ द लाइफ जो आ रही है आगे। हम शादियां करेंगे, बराती नहीं मिलेंगे क्योंकि होगा ही नहीं कुछ। फिर एक उधर भी एक बिजनेसमैन ने बोला ठीक है आप शादी करो, बराती मैं भेज दूंगा। ऐसा किसके पास फुर्सत? जब मेरे पास भी कार्ड 5 आते हैं, बंदा तो मैं एक ही हूँ घर में, अब मैं एक ही दिन 5 की शादियां होती, मैं पहुंचने कैसे जा सकता हूँ 5 जगह? तो ऐसी आ जाता है कि सिमिलरली आई विल टेल यू, जिसको बिजनेस करना होता है ना, वो ज्यादा सोचता नहीं है, वो आ जाता है, शुरू कर जाता है। जो ज्यादा सुनता है, ज्यादा मशवरे करते, वो कुछ नहीं करता है। वो मशवरे करते करते वो बोलता है छोड़ो यार, उसने तो ये बोला, वो कंफ्यूज हो जाता है। जब 100 मेंढकों को बोला गया कि आप खजूर के दरख्त पे चढ़ो, जब मेंढकें शुरू हो गई दरख्त पे चढ़ने के लिए, अब मेंढक कैसे जा सकते हैं दरख्त पे? तो मेंढक चढ़े, खजूर का दरख्त बहुत ऊंचा होता है। तो एक ये मेंढक, 100 मेंढक थे, 99 नीचे गिर गए, एक मेंढक पहुंचा। तो जब देखा गया, बोले ये मेंढक सारे गिर गए, ये तो बिल्कुल मुर्दा सा मेंढक है, ये तो इसमें जान भी नहीं थी, ये कैसे पहुंचा? तो चेक किया गया, वो गूंगा और बहरा था, उसमें जुनून था, उसने किसी का सुना ही नहीं, इसलिए वो पहुंच गया खजूर के दरख्त को। सो इट इज लाइक दैट। अगर बिजनेस जिसने करना है उसको ज्यादा किसी की सुननी नहीं है, बस उसने शुरू कर देना है। मशवरे, प्लानिंग जो करेगा वो फिर कंफ्यूज हो जाता है। प्लानिंग करनी चाहिए बट नॉट, जैसे आज सपोज मैं अपनी बात शुरू करूंगा। जब मेरे बेटे को जाना था, उसने मुझे एक फोन किया, बोला मैं कल आयरलैंड जा रहा हूँ, मुझे 10 लाख चाहिए। अब अगर मैं मशवरे करने बैठता अपने बाजू से, अपने पेरेंट से, इसको जाना है, वो एक बोलता, मैं कंफ्यूज हूँ। मैंने बोला ये लो 10 लाख, क्या करना है, तुम्हारा काम है, सवारी अपने सामान की खुद जिम्मेवार है, चले जाओ, ठीक है। सो दिस इज हाउ वी हैव टू थिंक, वी हैव टू एक जुनून पैदा करना है। जुनून के बगैर कुछ नहीं होता है, किसी का जुनून होता है, जुनून होता है। और देखो मैं आपको बताऊंगा, हर बार हर जगह बोलता हूँ, हमें लगता है कि ये IAS अफसर पता नहीं कोई तोप है, ये IAS KAS वगैरह ये बनाए, ये अंग्रेजों ने हमें दिया है। जब वो यहाँ थे तो उन्होंने एक ग्लैमर रखा है इसमें कि वो डंडा उठाता है IAS अफसर जो कैसे पिटाई करता है लोगों को, लेकिन उन्होंने हमें ऐसा कल्चर दिया पूरे भारत को, चाहे भारत क्यों, जो भी इसके साथ एफिलेटेड दूसरे कंट्रीज थे जो अलग हो गए, पाकिस्तान है, बांग्लादेश है, श्रीलंका है, उन्होंने बेसिकली दे वांटेड अस टू बी क्लर्क्स। बोले इनको, इनमें ऐसा कल्चर डालो कि ये क्लर्क से बाहर सोचे ही ना। लेकिन खुद उन्होंने कोई IAS वाईएस नहीं रखा वहां पर, खुद वो टेक्नोक्रेसी में आ गए, खुद वो वहां पे कोई IAS नहीं, वो टेक्निकल, अब BA करके एक IAS अफसर होता है, वो किसी मेडिकल इंस्टीट्यूट का डायरेक्टर बैठा होता है, एग्रीकल्चर का डायरेक्टर होगा, फिशरीज का डायरेक्टर होगा। आई एम नॉट क्रिटिसाइजिंग देम, आई एम सेइंग ये वो उन्होंने एक, अंग्रेजों ने हमें गुलामी का एक कल्चर दिया था, लेकिन हमें उससे बाहर आना है। अभी हमें जो मौका मिला है कि नहीं, अब हमें, अब देखो IAS अफसरों को रिप्लेस किया जा रहा है, इंडस्ट्री से लोगों को लाया जा रहा है। वो इसीलिए कि एक इंडस्ट्रियल कल्चर जो हमें गुलामी का जहन बैठा था, हुक्मरानी का करने का, सिर्फ हुक्म देने का, ये कहीं से खत्म हो जाए। और वी हैव टू रिमूव फ्रॉम, और एक माइंडसेट से हमें रिमूव करना है कि नहीं, क्लर्क बनने से बेटर, चपरासी बनने से बेटर है कि हम अपना कुछ करें, अपने रिसोर्सेज को हम जो है उनको यूटिलाइज करें और कन्वर्ट बिजनेस। आजकल फंडिंग भी है, स्कीम्स है। अभी देखिए फिशरीज वालों के पास पैसा है, एनिमल हस्बेंड्री वालों के पास पैसा है। HADP का पूरा प्रोग्राम इसीलिए किया गया है ताकि 30,000 लोगों को रोजगार मिले एग्रीकल्चर और अलाइड एक्टिविटीज को, चाहे वो खिदमत सेंटर के थ्रू मिले, चाहे वो जो फिरोज साहब जैसे इंप्लीमेंट करेंगे प्रोजेक्ट उसके थ्रू हो जाए। और जमाना ऐसे ही आने वाला है, गुजराती नहीं जाते हैं, मारवाड़ी नहीं देखोगे आप, दे आर नॉट, न फौज में है, न वो IAS अफसर के पीछे लगे होते हैं, लेकिन दैट इज द मोस्ट डेवलप्ड, इकोनॉमिकली डेवलप्ड स्टेट। हम लोग, अब देखो जितना, जहाँ किसी भी दुनिया में के किसी कोने में जाओगे ना, जिस इंडियन को देखोगे वहां कि ये घूमने आए हैं, वो या तो गुजराती होते हैं या बंगाली होते हैं। हम लोग कहाँ जाते हैं? नॉर्थ इंडियन जाते ही नहीं है, क्योंकि उनकी सोच वही है। 47 में सोच बनी थी कि भाई अंग्रेज चले गए, उनका चपरासी भी हमें डंडा मारता था, हम भी चपरासी बनेंगे, किसी को कम से कम चपरासी बन के ही डंडा मारेंगे। तो दैट, वो माइंड सेट हमें चेंज करना है। और ये प्रोग्राम इसीलिए दिए गए, लेकिन ये सर्टिफिकेट का फायदा ले लेना। ये सर्टिफिकेट स्किल डेवलपमेंट की सर्टिफिकेट है, हमारी सर्टिफिकेट कास्ट की नहीं है। आपको इसमें लाइसेंसिंग फीस माफ है, आपको इसमें ये पेटेंट फीस माफ है, आप जहां भी जाओगे इसके बेस पे आपको सॉफ्ट लोन्स मिलेंगे, इसके बहुत सारे फायदे हैं। तो अभी हम नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम में मैं कोशिश करूंगा, वो मुझे कह भी रहे थे कि कमिश्नर जो MSME मिनिस्ट्री के हैं मिस्टर भारत प्रकाश, तो उनके साथ बात हुई थी, वो कह रहे थे कि सर ऐसा एक प्रोग्राम रख लेना कि जिसमें 15 दिन का गैप हो, लेकिन डे फ्राइडे और मंडे हो, कि हमें 15 दिन पहले इनवाइट करो, हम 3 लोग एक प्रोग्राम में आना चाहते हैं, एंड आई विल सी कि वो इसी फैकल्टी में आए, यही आपके प्रोग्राम। So with this, I close the comments from my side. I congratulate again to the course coordinator, जिसने बड़ी मेहनत से इस को लाया, और इट इज नॉट इजी टू अरेंज ए प्रोग्राम, फैकल्टी को देखना, उनको लाना। Kindly take advantage of this and make it more practical than theoretical. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for a wonderful speech. As we embark on this journey, we'll not just be learning the intricacies of fish feed production, but we are embracing a responsibility to contribute to the well-being of our aquatic ecosystem and the global food supply. I now request organizing scientist of the training, Dr. KAWKABUL, SABA, to present vote of thanks.
Thank you, Kala. Fish feed manufacture is progressively growing market for the coming years. The rise in the demand due to its health benefits and technological developments are the fundamentals driving forces that are expected to boost the market significantly. Plato had famously quoted, "Necessity is the mother of invention," which means when the need of something becomes essential, you are forced to find the ways of achieving it. That's why we used to need to know everything about starting your own fish feed venture. Being a facilitator and educator in this genre, I, KAWKABUL SABA, coordinator of the program, thank one and all for attending 7-day program, based on the aim to provide pre-resources to our participants so that they could mold their pre-resources into employment generation resources for themselves in particular and others in general. Organizing such training programs is always an amalgam of vigorous and determined attempts of many. So I would first extend my gratitudes to Director Planning and Research, Dr. Harun Naik Sahab, Dean Faculty of Fisheries, Dr. Faroz Ahmed Bhatt. I take pride in extending unfeigned acknowledgement to our co-coordinators, Dr. Uwais Asmi, Head Division of FNB, Dr. Ashwini Kumar, Associate Professor, FNB, and Dr. Faisal Rashid, Assistant Professor, PhD. My heartfelt thanks to speakers, Dr. Samit Lendi, Dr. Tinsi, and Dr. Manzoor Ahmed. Students and participants, looking forward to informative and productive sessions during the training program. Once again, thank you all.